Has it ever occurred to you in life that it is better to have a good functioning mind than having oil and gas fields, golds, diamonds, and platinum dotting all your landscape? This world is a place of decision. You are a product of the choices you've made and the choices you are still going to make in the nearest future. Decisions determine destiny. Those that can make good choices are better off than those that were born with silver spoon in their mouths. Wisdom determines how far we can go in life. We have to make good choices for our lives and destiny to count. It is very important what we choose to do, speak, think, or act upon. Our life will go in the direction of our choices. Thousands, millions of people are in the valley of decisions. Everything that we heard today are a product of our past decisions. You have a voice, you have a choice, and your choices will enforce. Your choices will enforce what comes to your doorstep. Your choice will enforce what comes to your doorsteps. Many of the adversities and adversaries that you see in this world today are basically because some set of guys in leadership positions and position of authority have chosen to take the wrong choices. They've decided to take the wrong choices. The biggest disaster in this world is not tsunami. The biggest disaster in this world is not the earthquake. The biggest disaster in this world are not the natural disasters. The biggest disaster is when you have people that cannot make the right choices at the position of power, at the position of authority. Then everybody must scamper for safety. Everybody must scamper for safety. When the head of the family cannot take good decisions, it affects all the children, it affects all the wives, it affects every member of that household. When the head of your religious organization, of your church, of your mosque, or whatever you call it, your business, entrepreneurship, endeavors, when your leadership cannot take good decisions, there is a need for you to run for safety. Everything starts and ends with choices. Wherever we are today is as a result, directly or indirectly, of the choices we've made in the past. It is as important as that. So it is now, the onus is on us to take wise, good decisions, make right choices. The onus is on us that we got to take good decisions to color our lives. We must not draw conclusion from the confusions around us and take our decisions. based on those confusions. It doesn't go this way. It doesn't happen this way. The biggest disaster in this world is when people that are prone to errors, to mistakes, find themselves at the corridor of power. That is exactly what is happening now in the world, and the world is bleeding. Humanity are losing thousands of God's creation, human beings, to this kind of mistake at the corridor of power. Wrong decisions, wrong choices. That is what has pushed the world to where we are today. People choosing the wrong leaders, choosing the wrong approaches, pursuing the wrong profession, choosing the wrong husband, traveling to the wrong countries, doing the wrong things, being at the right places at the wrong time, being at the wrong places at the right time. All of these are the disaster of our time that we have to guide against if we must make headway in life. If we must make headway in life, we got to guide against such things. Making the wrong choices. Making the wrong choices. It doesn't matter how blessed your nation is. It doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are. Once you are prone to wrong choices, making stupid mistakes, your life cannot attract color. You can never be at where you are supposed to be. You can never maximize your potentials. You can never fulfill your destiny. Once you are error prone, once you always make the wrong decisions, it can never work. We have to stand right and be making the right decisions at the right time. No matter how beautiful you are, how talented you are, how rich you are, how connected you are, how gorgeous you are, once you are error prone, once you always make the wrong choices, it can never all go well. That is why we have to sit down. If we want to amount to anything in life, if we want our destiny to count, if we want that the resources that God has given to us to be of benefit to humankind, we must embrace good choices. There is a country in this world today very rich with oil and gas, with a lot of resources, but at the leadership level, wrong people at the helm of affairs, making wrong decisions, committing all the blunders in the book, invading sovereign territories, investing all the money they've gathered in military hardwares, sponsoring oligarchs, exporting of mercenaries to foreign countries, embracing totalitarianism and despotic ideas, assassination of dissenting voices. It doesn't matter how long this kind of people stay in authority, stay in the position of authority, all of those trillions of dollars won't count. It won't benefit them. It won't benefit the citizens. Everything will just be confused together because they make wrong choices, invading sovereign nations, independent country, wasting money on unnecessary warfare, sponsoring of terrorists everywhere. How can you make progress doing those kind of things? It operates in different levels. At the level of the government, at the level of corporate organization, at the level of family, at the level of the community, at the communal level, at the personal level. Choices is everything. Many of us, we have to retrace our steps We have to re-examine our life, check everything we are doing, check all our steps. Have we made mistakes along the line? How do we correct these mistakes? We have to embrace good principles in life, good tenets, good values, because it is the value that you uphold that will determine the altitude you can reach in life. It is the value that you uphold that will influence the quality of the choices you are going to make. Many of us have made terrible choices in the time past. It is not very bad if you did it in the time past, but have the courage to correct it. Have the courage to make sure it doesn't happen in the future. To stumble twice on the same stone is a proverbial disgrace. To stumble twice on the same stone is a proverbial disgrace. Don't forget, we are considering the topic, making the right choices, embracing the right values. Making the right choices, embracing the right values. And let me try to say this to you now, that many of the choices we are making, that at the end of the day has gone awry, that the results are disastrous, many of them are not made by us. Many of them are influenced by external factors. And that is why it is very paramount that we listen to ourselves. Listen to our inner self. Examine yourself. Listen to yourself. Think deep and think wide before you take decisions. Thousands of people are the valley of decision. The quality of the decision you are making today will determine the quality of the life you are going to live tomorrow. And your decision and choices will affect generations yet unborn. Incoming generation will be a partaker of the blessing of your decision today, or will suffer the consequences of the decisions you are making today. That is why it's as important as that. Take Russia, for example. The decision their leadership are taking today now, the consequence will come in the next 20, 30 years. But then, the people that have made those terrible decisions could have possibly gone, but the incoming generation will suffer under this kind of decisions that leaderships are taking all over the world. In Africa, in South America, in the Middle East, in Europe, in North America, all over the world. Quality decisions determines quality future. Quality decisions determines quality future. May God help us to take quality decisions. Terrible decisions, terrible consequences. Wrong choices, wrong choices, bad disasters. How many of us have married the wrong wives? Decided for the wrong husbands? And the consequences are there today. But we lack the courage to confront the result of those choices we have made in the past. It's as bad as that. But then, it is not too late, never too late to make the right choices and decide for the best things in life. It is not too bad to have made terrible blunders in the time past. But failure to address the consequences of those past errors and learn from them to avoid a repeat of such things is the mother of all disasters. That is why I'm here this morning to arouse you, to motivate you, and encourage you to address this topic with utmost sincerity. Never allow your life to be stagnated because of what you have done or the choices you've made in the past. Go from burnout to recharged. Go from failure to success. Move away from regret of the past to the dreams of the future. Go from prejudice to reconciliation. Go from fault-finding to forgiveness. Go from ingratitude to thanksgiving. Go from envying others to serving others and believing in yourselves, believing in your God. Go from being a copycat to original. Go from trying to commitment. Go from being a problem to the world and become an answer. Go from drifting to steering. Go from complaining to obtaining and achieving greater things. Complain does not bring anything. Go from thinking of yourself to thinking of others. Go from resisting to receiving. Go from fear to action. Fear is not good. If you want to go to places in life, fear is a burden. It weakens the soul. He has not given us the spirit of fear, but spirit of courage, love, and sound mind. Go from insecurity to self-esteem. Go from lukewarm and be on fire. Be passionate. Go from whining, crying to winning. Leave the region of ordinary to the realm of the extraordinary. From prejudice to reconciliation. Go from failure to success. And the God of heaven will strengthen you. Regret will not do anything at this point in time. Get fired up. Be passionate and move forward. Then success will attend your ways. We are considering making the right choices, embracing the right value. Go from criticism to compliment. Go from wishing to achieving. Go from taking, become a giver. Go from broken, shattered. Go to highest level of achievement. Go from giving alibis. Spring into action instead. Go from criticizing others to complimenting others. And we see how fast you will get to your promised land. This is my promise for you. Make the right choices. You will reap the right rewards. Our choices are like a seed that we sowed on the farm, in our plantations. Definitely, they will bring their results. They will bring their yields. Whatever you sow is what you are going to reap. Your choices are like a seed. And in the fullness of time, they will germinate, multiply, and they will bring you an harvest. Making the right choices. Let's embrace life. Let's jettison prejudices. Stand strong. Embrace God. Embrace life. Embrace positive thinking. Embrace positive conventions. These are the values. These are the choices that can guarantee our perfect winning. Perfect shining. This is your season of shining, your season of victory, as long as you are there making the right choices. The word of God says, anyone that lacks wisdom, ask the God of heaven that gives wisdom freely will give to you without attaching any string to it. He says, come unto me, all ye that labor and heavy laden, I will give you rest. When you have this assurance of rest and you embrace this opportunity, you will always be well guided to avoid entering into this pit of wrong choices. Let us learn from the guys around us that have made terrible decisions and the world is suffering as a result. Let's learn from our parents, from our neighbors, our uncles, from our neighborhood, from our community. See everything that is happening around you. The world is a school. This life is a university. We are all in the university of life, making choices, reaping the benefit, suffering the consequences of those choices. That is what life is all about. Terrible mistakes have been made before in the time past, and the world has yet to recover from their consequences. And we are saying today, we must not go back, fall into the pit that the people that came before us fell into. We must not make the mistakes of the fathers. I pray God will guide us, lead us, direct us. We are all here. Try to find a meaning of staying alive. Trying a little harder from both sides to find the meaning of this life. But those that know their God shall be strong and do exploit. Those that know their God shall be strong and do exploit. This world is a place of choices. The choices that we make, that we've made in the past, is what will determine where we will head for in our life. It will determine how we end our journey. It will decide how we end our journey. University of Life. We are all enrolled in this university, and for us to graduate with good grades, we must decide for the good of humanity, seeing human being as sacred and sacrosanct, embrace what God embraces, take the right decisions, choose the right vocations, and the God of heaven shall send his blessing to whatever we do, making the right choices. What is very important about choices is that you will not be the only one that will benefit from the blessings of your choices or suffer the consequences of the bad choices. Everybody around you will partake in this. That is the more reason why we must take very serious care how we choose, how we decide, what we elect, who we choose to lead us, who we choose to believe, what mentor, what doctrines in life we opted for. We have to be very careful, and this will take us to the area of external influences in all our decisions. We have to beware of who we listen to. We have to be very careful about the psychopaths, the bootlickers, the apple polishers, the parasites that want to take advantage of being naive to feather their own nest. If we listen to the bootlickers, to the flatterers, to the psychopaths, we are very sure of making all the mistakes in the books. The biggest disaster is not the natural disasters. The biggest disasters are the disasters of wrong choices. Listening to the bootlickers, to the psychopath, that is the biggest mistake of leadership. Any leader, any head of corporate organization, any head of state that is leading, that is captaining the ship of his nation or organization into capsizing, check, there is somebody in the boat that is giving the wrong advices. But at the end of the day, the wrong advisors will not take the blame. They will not take the blows. They will not take the beatings. It is you that is vested with the responsibility of deciding for the nation, for the organization, for the community, for the family. It is you that will take the bashing. Everybody is shouting today, Putin, Putin, Putin. But a lot of guys are under giving the wrong advices. These are the people we call the psychopaths. They are the ones that will tell you that shedding of blood means nothing. They are the ones that will tell you that if thousands of people die, it doesn't mean anything. After all, in the First World, Second World War, Third World War, everything, a lot of things has happened in the time past. You will not be the first to do it. But when the ships are down, the one at the helm of affair will take all the blames. That is why we must be very careful, especially when God has vested us with leadership responsibilities. We have to beware of the apple polisher, the bootlickers, the parasites, the leeches, the flatterers that tell you you are the best thing that has ever happened to the world. In fact, you are better than the best. You are bigger than the biggest. You are greater than the greatest. No one has ever lived that come close to you in importance and dignity. But all of these are just lies. The bootlickers, They just want to take advantage of you. Think twice, think deep. Hey. Think outside of the box. If you give the external factors, the people will regard as the fifth columnist. When you give them the chance to have a place in your head, in your decision-making level, you are doomed. Be careful of those that come close to you. Be careful of the people you trust. Be careful of the people that you listen to. These are the people that are the major headache of this world. Never allow the fifth columnist get the best of you. Because no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how educated you are, when the wrong advisors get a grip on your soul, you are as good as dead. As good as dead. One thing I have learned in life is that anyone that asks God for direction, that seek the right advices from people of wisdom, will not enter the gully. They will never enter the gully. They will not end their life in shame. Do not give room to negative people to influence your decisions and your choices. These people, they have a lot of characteristics. I will just mention a few of them. These psychophants that tell you are the best thing that has ever happened to this world, they always paint fake rosy pictures for you to influence your decisions. They exaggerate your importance, your usefulness, and your power. They hype you to high heavens for their own benefits. They coerce leaders into making unpardonable error and committing fatal blunders. And immediately they wreck their victim. Immediately they wreck their organization, or even wrecking their nation or a regime. They move at the speed of light to their next victims. They are parasites. They influence you. They paint fake rosy pictures for you. They exaggerate your importance, your usefulness, your power. They hype you to high heavens. They coerce you into making unpardonable errors. You have to be careful those you allow into your inner circles, because death don't usually happen from outside. It happens from inside. Bikuile opani, today olepani. That is an African proverb. Immediately, the psychophants, when they wreak their havoc, they wreck you, they sink the ship, they take to their heels. You are there alone to bear the brunt of those terrible mistakes, the consequences of those terrible choices. These people, they are ill-willed, they are ill-motivated, and they are always close to important people. People of destiny always have the wrong people very close to them to give them the wrong advices. If you think you want to amount to anything in life, do not only guide your heart, but guard the people that get close to you. All the people of destiny, great destinies, they are always bedeviled with the wrong advisors. Imagine what kind of leadership, what kind of leader Hitler could have been if he had quality people giving him quality advices. Imagine how rich and prosperous Russia could have been if they have good people giving their leadership good advices. Look at the oil and gas alone. Look at the grains alone. Look at the fertilizers alone. Look at the potassium alone. God has blessed this kind of land with a lot of resources. But wrong choices, wrong advisors. It doesn't matter how blessed your land is. If your mind is not blessed, you are the poorest in this life. It doesn't matter how blessed your land is. If your mind is not blessed, you are the poorest. You are the most wretched of all the creatures on earth. Millions of sheep that have lion as their leader will do a better job than millions of lions that have sheep as their leader. Your advisors are your leaders. Anyone that is competent, that is able to influence your decision, one way or the other, is leading you. Anyone that dictates your pace, that tells you what to do, it doesn't matter the title they give to you, you are the servant. Those that are advising you, that are leading you, are the real leader. He that blow the piper dictate the tone, making the right choices. Decision determine destiny. This life is a university college. We are all in the university of life. It doesn't matter the title they give to you, your advisor are the real leader. Anyone that dictates your pace, shatter a course for you, show you the direction to go, these are the leaders. That is why, be careful who you listen to. Husband, give good advices. Wife, support good causes. Political advisors, guide and teach what you can stand to defend in the nearest future, because everybody will stand before the Almighty God and give account of everything He has done. Every careless and idle word we've spoken, we're gonna give account of all of them. It doesn't matter where, when you make it. It is very important. Speak only what you can stand to defend. Thousands of people at the valley of decision. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you give the opportunity to influence your mind, to influence your decisions. Life is a place of decision. We are here to decide what direction to go. There's a narrow way. There's a wide, big way that leads to destruction. Which one are you choosing? Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Taking the right decisions. Don't stand there and die in that spot. Rise up, speak up, and God of heaven will back you up. Get aggressive. Go after opportunities. They don't usually find you. You must find the opportunities. The reason most people don't go very far in life is because they sidestep opportunity and shake hands with procrastination. They sidestep opportunity and embrace procrastination. And they say procrastination is the thief of time. And another guy said, procrastination is not only the thief of time, it's the thief of everything. anything that succeeds in stealing your time has stolen your life, because life is time and time is life. Accumulation of seconds leads to a lifetime. Accumulation of seconds leads to eternity. Don't be out in the backyard looking for 4-leaf clovers when opportunity knocks at your front door. When opportunity is knocking at the front door, don't go to the back door. Don't be a backbiter, because they are programmed to stay at the back and report what is happening in the front. For the tenacious, there is always time and opportunity. Are you waiting on opportunities, or are opportunities waiting on you? Are you waiting on opportunities, or are opportunities waiting on you? I believe you should take the initiative and live your life on the offensive. The amount of satisfaction you get from life depends largely on your own ingenuity, self-sufficiency, and resourcefulness. People who wait around for life to supply their satisfaction usually find boredom at the end of the day. People who wait around for life to supply their satisfaction usually find boredom at the end of the day. Who is inspiring you? What is inspiring you? Who are you listening to? What is speaking to you? Who is speaking to you? All of these are the questions we must answer if we want our life to amount to anything. Never bend your head. Hold it high. Look at the world straight in the eyes. If you want success, you must seize your own opportunities as you go. If you want success, you must choose your own opportunity. Make the right choice. I couldn't wait for success, so I went ahead without it. At the end of the day, I met success on the road. It is better to act with confidence, no matter how little right you have to it. It is better to act with confidence and dignity, no matter how little right you have to it. Embrace life, embrace confidence, embrace the positivity of life, neglect the negativity, embrace God, embrace faith, embrace enthusiasm. It is because of you that our Savior, Lord Jesus Christ, came to this world to die, because of you, so that you will not be a waste. A wise man will make more opportunities than he can find. It is more valuable to find a situation that redistributes opportunity than the one that redistributes money. Look for opportunity, money will find you. Do not make money your priority. Make opportunity your priority. Purposeful life does not revolve around money alone. Nelson Mandela came to this world. Nobody made mention of how much money he has or he had. Everybody is making mention of the courage he brought to this life and the value he stood for when he was on this side of the divide. Embrace life, embrace opportunities, believe in God, believe in yourself, making the right choices. That is what we are talking about today. There is far more opportunities than ability. Life is full of golden opportunities. Every person has a lot that they can do. Start with what you can do. Don't stop because of what you cannot do. Great opportunities will come as you make the most of the small one you have. Like I said last time, small keys open great doors. Big opportunity comes when you initially embrace the small one. The small doors that will open will lead to greater doors. This is true of opportunities. This is true of riches. And this is true of life. Many people seem to think that opportunity means a chance to get money without earning it. The best gift we get are opportunities, not things. Let's seize every opportunity. Let's seize every momentum and count in life. Have enough peace to press on. Have enough hope to keep your heart looking forward. Have enough strength to battle obstacles and overcome them. Have enough commitment. Refuse to give up too soon. Have enough fun to enjoy every aspect of your life. Have enough love in your heart to give to those who deserve it the least, but need it the most. Have enough love in your heart to give to those who deserve it the least, but they need it the most. They don't deserve it anyway, but they need it. Give it. You are making the right choices. Have focus enough never to say no to good ideas. Have forgiveness enough never to end your day hating anybody. Embrace liberty. Shun bondage. Embrace God. Reject the activities of the dark. And God of light will power your heart and give you enough energy and zest and the zeal and the zest to achieve the pinnacle, to get to the zenith of your potentials. You will not die on the road like smoke. You will never fizzle out like smoke when you embrace the God of heaven. Have purpose enough in your heart to know why, not just how. Be persevering to run the race that is set before you. Have a sense of responsibility to be the most dependable person on earth. My God, I feel like emptying my heart to all my audience, to all my listeners, but there's a room to continue at the next time. Embrace God. Make the right choices today, and you will live to reap the fruit of such choices. Those that know their God shall be strong and do exploit. Your word is a light unto my path and a lamp unto my feet. Only those that have the light of life can make the right choices and the right decisions. It is my prayer that the God of heaven will guide us and guard us from the vultures and the predators that always lead people astray. Dream big and talk it convincingly, because that is what you will get. Dream big. Make the right choices. Talk your choices. Walk the talk convincingly, because that is what you will get. Think deep, think big, and you will reap big. Your destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. Your destiny is not a matter of chances. It is a matter of choice. Many people have the right aims in life. They just never get around to pulling the trigger. You have to know what you want in order to achieve it. You have to know what you want in order to be able to achieve it. Indecision is a decision. It means you've decided to fail. Weeds grow easily on the soil of indecision. Get out of the middle of the road. Standing in the middle of the road is very dangerous. You can get knocked down by the traffic going both directions. The train of failure runs on the track of indecision, making the right choices. The train of failure runs on the track of indecision. If you decide not to make a choice at all, it's a choice. But we all know the destination: failure, fiasco, disaster, disarray. Weeds grow on the soil of indecision. Deciding for the wrong things is also a disaster. Get out of the middle of the road. Standing on the middle of the road is very dangerous. You can get knocked down by the traffic going both directions. The train of failure runs on the track of indecision. Because of indecision or wrong choices, you can die before you're actually dead. Somebody can die before he is actually dead if he is prone to wrong decisions. Indecision is debilitating. Ill decision, wrong decisions, they are contagious. It transmits itself to others. Wrong decisions are contagious. Indecisions are contagious. They transmit themselves. It transmits itself to others. Like I said, the people that comes after you, that lives around you, will suffer as a result of your indecision or your wrong decision. A man with one watch knows what time it is, but a man that has two wristwatches is never quite sure what time it is. Until you are decisively committed to a cause, to the good choice you've made, there is no means of making headway. If you hear yourself saying, I have decided, then you are on the path towards an exciting and productive life. If you are sure you've taken the right decisions, you are on the path of productive and excitement-full life. Leaders have wills, have choices to make, not just wishes. The greater degree of wishful thinking, the greater degree of mediocrity, the weak are always forced to decide between alternatives that others have set before them, not the ones they've chosen for themselves. This lifestyle will leave you unhappy. The weak are always forced to decide between alternatives that others have set for themselves. I hope not by sycophant, because if sycophant chooses for you, then you are doomed. Decide for yourselves. Make the right choices. That is the gateway to happiness, love, and fulfillment. Mike Murdoch said something. He says, you have no right to complain about what you permit. When you permit the sycophant and they succeeded in ruining your life, you have no right to complain. You have no right to complain about what you permit. You have no right to complain about what you permit. May God help every one of us never to permit the fifth columnist to steer the ship of our life. Never we give the opportunity of our life to a stranger, or else our life will end up in the pit, in the gully, and this is not the place that God has destined for us. You have no right to complain about what you permit. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm drawing closer to the end of the speech of today. If this speech is, if you are getting blessed, it costs you nothing. Subscribe to this channel. The most important, drop your comments, give me the feedback, and let me know if all these words on the marbles, if they are hitting a chord, if they are sending you a message, if they are giving you positive energies, if they bring ecstasy to your life, let me know. I will appreciate it. Life is dynamic. It is not how long we live on earth that matters. It is not how far, but how well. Life itself is not what matters, but the courage we bring to it. That is what matters. The courage we bring to it. It is not life itself that matters, but the courage we bring to it. With courage in our heart, we can see clearly in the dark. With courage in our heart, we can see clearly in the dark. With God on our side, we can make all the best decisions in this world. We speak the truth at all times. We embrace the reality of life. No missing word with us, irrespective of who us is God. That is what we do here. We are marble constant. I speak this way today. I speak this way tomorrow. I speak like this every time. Because this is a word of life. And this is the word from the author of life. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. And that word is what we are speaking now. We are marble constant. May God teach us to number our days and apply our heart to wisdom. Have a nice day. Live your life to the fullest. Be the best of what you can be. Till I come your way next time. I stand off here. I draw the curtain. See you next time. Bye.